Once you get rid of those lies, getting to the focusing question makes sense. If you go straight to it, nobody buys in because it seems too simple.
Gotcha. You've got to explain to them about all the other things that they're doing.
We had to build a case that said, look, if things don't matter equally, that means some things matter more than others.
Yeah.
And if you can't do two things at once, then effectively, then I guess you're going to end up doing one, and that's okay because things don't matter equally, right?
Right.
And so you start building this case where people say, oh, well, then I need more discipline. And no, you don't. You have enough discipline. You just need a habit of doing the right thing, right? And then they say, well, but my willpower isn't working for me. You say, well, now hang on a second. Willpower will work for you if you use it at the right time of day or renew it before you try to access it, right? So what happens is people really do, that's what the 6 lies are about, is trying to knock down all of those challenges that people face that keeps them from ultimately going, well, I just need to be doing this. Now what happens is, if you ask this question in your life at everything, after a while, you'll start looking at your spouse, your kids, your dog even, your mom or whatever, and you'll always be asking the lever, you'll be thinking, you'll even be going to the ball game.
It's true.
You'll go to a ball game and you'll even, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a good example, just a fun example. But I went out with to dinner with a friend of mine, a musician, and at the end of dinner we came out. Now we had both valet parked our car. I may have told you this story before, but we had valet parked our car, and my car was sitting right out in front. His was up in the garage. There were at least 10 people in line. We were at the end of the line. The valet saw me, went and got the car, my car key, gave it to me. I got my car and drove off. My friend's just standing there doing this. And I later explained to him, I said, well, the difference is I asked myself, what's the one thing I can do that will put my car up front and be available to me? And the answer, it's such that everything else I might do is easier or unnecessary. And the answer was tip him on the front end, not the back end. Because when you tip someone like that on the front end, they absolutely know they're going to get tipped.
There's no question about it.
They know the amount. So if you just add $1 or $2 on top of it, right, 15% plus $1 or 20% plus $1, that's just enough for them to go, you know what, I'm going to put your car up front.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
so you can apply
another level.
We just apply it to everything. And by the way, it's a casual way of looking at things. All you've done is change one question in your head. You no longer walk around and say, what can I do? You now say, what's the one thing I can do, such that by doing it, everything else I might do is easier and necessary. That's the way you play. So you're already asking a defocusing question every day. Every time you get up and decide your next move, you're asking a focusing question that actually defocuses you more often than not. You just didn't realize it.
Right.
So it's not that you're not asking a question of yourself. You are. So are your employees. So are the agents that work with you. Everyone in your business is asking a question about what they should do. All we've done is give you a different question. You're already asking it. You're already sitting down with your family saying, what are we going to eat? Where are we going to go? What are we going to see? How are we going to get there? What are we going to do when we get there? You're already asking all those questions. All we're saying is couch it in what's called the leveraging question, the habitual manner of how you ask the question will up your experience. So that's all. It's all it is.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate your time.
Love you.
Love you too.
See you.
Thank you very much.
All right.